You know that sinking feeling you get when you spot a water stain on your ceiling? Yeah, we've all been there. And your first thought is probably, okay, the leak must be right above that spot.
But here's the thing, and it's what drives every homeowner crazy. Why is the leak never where it seems to be?
So let's kind of break this down. What you're seeing inside, that's just the symptom, the ceiling stain. But the real source, that's the hidden entry point up on the roof. And believe me, it's almost always somewhere else entirely. Water just doesn't travel in a straight line. A lot of people think water just soaks right through the shingles. But that's almost never what's happening. The real culprits are the little weak spots. We're talking about an entry point like some old flashing around your chimney or maybe a cracked seal on a vent pipe. That's where the trouble really starts. Okay, so once that water gets inside, it starts this secret little journey. It's just going to follow the path of least resistance. It'll travel down a rafter, maybe along some framing, sometimes for a really long way, before it finally finds a spot to just pull up. And that's when it makes its grand entrance. After that whole hidden trip, it finally shows up as a drip or a stain on your ceiling, often nowhere near where it actually got in.
And the weather we get here can make that path even crazier. Think about the nor'easters we get in South Jersey. That wind-driven rain literally forces water sideways into these tiny little gaps. Or in the winter, you get an ice dam, and suddenly water is backing up under the shingles, finding a whole new way to get in.
So this is exactly why just looking at the stain and guessing where it came from, well, it's just not going to work. Sure, the stain tells you there's a problem, but it says nothing about the real entry point. And what's worse, it doesn't tell you about the hidden damage, like rot or mold, that could be growing all along that secret pathway. Really, the only way to nail down the true source is with what we call a systematic inspection. It means we're not guessing, we're carefully tracing that water's path from the outside all the way in. This is how you make sure you're actually fixing the problem for good and not just putting a Band-Aid on a symptom.